The clock on my nightstand glowed. 3 o'clock in the morning. Every night, it was the same. I stared into the darkness, barely daring to breathe. Something was in the corner, just beyond the moonlight. A tall, thin shape, darker than the shadows. I squeezed my eyes shut, hoping it would disappear. It never did. My heart hammered in my chest, so loud I was sure it could hear. I pulled the covers up, as if that could protect me. The air grew cold. I could see my breath. The shape didn't move. It didn't have to. Its presence filled the room with a choking fear. I wanted to scream, but no sound came out. I lay frozen, muscles aching, eyes burning. The shape was a void, a hole in reality. No face, no features, just an outline that sucked all the light away. I could feel its gaze, icy fingers down my spine. I was just a kid. This thing was ancient. Then, as dawn crept in, it vanished. The corner was just a corner again. The air warmed, but I knew it wasn't really gone. It was waiting for night. It was always waiting. I called it the Watcher. It had been with me as long as I could remember. The night was its playground, and I was its favorite toy. When I was 6, I had a nightmare I'll never forget. In the dream, I was in my room, but everything was wrong. Colors faded, air silent. The closet door was cracked open, a sliver of blackness. 2 red dots glowed from the darkness, burning like coals. They weren't eyes, but I knew they were watching me. A long, thin arm snaked out, joints bending the wrong way, reaching for my foot. I was paralyzed, unable to scream. The figure was tall, gaunt, wrapped in rags, with a smooth, blank face, no features, just those red eyes.
Cold, raspy whisper, I will pull you into the darkness with me.
I woke up screaming, drenched in sweat. My parents said it was just a dream, but I knew better. My closet was wide open. I never left it that way. From that night, the nightmare returned again and again. The Watcher became my constant terror in the dark.
As I got older, the nightmares faded. By middle school, they were almost gone. I told myself I'd outgrown them. I focused on school, friends, being normal. But strange things still happened. I'd find my bedroom door ajar when I knew I'd closed it. Sometimes faint whispers from empty rooms.
It's just the old house settling.
My dad blamed the wind. I wanted to believe them. But sometimes I'd see a toy moved, a chill up my spine. The feeling of being watched never left. I forced myself to be logical. Drafty doors, noisy pipes, vibrations. But deep down, I knew the Watcher hadn't left. It was quieter, hiding in the corners of my life, waiting for the right moment. Or, more accurately, waiting for the dark. Some things never really go away. The night it all came back, I was 17. I dreamed of a summer day. Then the sky turned purple, the sand to dust. The Watcher stood at the water's edge, tall, thin, faceless, red eyes burning. This time, it walked toward me. With each step, the world decayed. Silence replaced the waves. I was frozen, feet sinking in dust. It pointed at me. I woke up, heart pounding, room freezing. The nightmare was over, but the terror was real. My alarm clock started going off at 3 a.m., no matter what I set.
Then came the whispers, my name, stretched and distorted. I'd whip around, but no one was there. I found frantic sketches in my school books, the Watcher, drawn by a hand that wasn't mine. Childhood fears crawling out of the past. I knew then, this wasn't just in my head. The Watcher was back, and this time, it wasn't staying in my dreams.
Whispering, I am always here.
The line between nightmare and reality had vanished. The Watcher was real, and it wanted me to know it. I was no longer safe, even in the daylight. The darkness had followed me home.
My fear turned to paranoia. I felt its eyes everywhere, at school, at home. I stopped seeing friends. My world shrank to my bedroom. I tried to make it a fortress, hammered nails into the door, covered the window with a blanket. I lit every candle I could find, hoping the light would keep it away. But the feeling of being watched only grew stronger. Shadows writhed in the corners, every flicker threatening to become that shape. I sat on my bed, wrapped in blankets, surrounded by trembling light. I was a prisoner in my own room, king of a tiny kingdom of fear. Deep down, I knew the truth. The Watcher wasn't outside trying to get in. It was already here with me. No fortress could keep it out. I was trapped with it.
Cleaning my closet, I found an old spiral notebook, my childhood sketches of the Watcher. My blood ran cold. I'd burned this notebook years ago, watched it turn to ash. Yet here it was, solid in my hands.
My fingers trembled as I opened it. The first pages were my old, clumsy drawings. But halfway through, the drawings changed. New, skillful, terrifying. They showed my room, my bed, me sleeping, the Watcher standing over me, getting closer. On the last page, a sketch of me, right now, holding the notebook, eyes wide in terror. Behind me, the Watcher's hand on my shoulder. I didn't have to look. I could feel it, a cold, heavy weight. The drawing wasn't a memory, it was a live feed.
I dropped the notebook, heart racing. The past wasn't just haunting me. It was here, now. The Watcher was closer than ever. I realized I could never destroy it. It would always find a way back. The line between memory and reality was gone. I was living in its story, and it was writing the ending. I threw the notebook across the room, scrambling back, clutching a baseball bat. Shadows danced, the air thick with wax and something ancient.
This is my room now, S1. Get out, leave me alone. Silence, then a voice, cold and everywhere at once.
The voice was dry, raspy, the one from my nightmares, now real. I woke to harsh, sterile light. White bed, white walls, no windows. My wrists were restrained, panic surged.
Your parents found you unconscious, ranting about a man in the shadows. They called it a breakdown, stress, hallucinations.
I tried to explain about the Watcher, the notebook, the voice.
You're safe here. We'll help you get better. It wasn't real.
I screamed it was real, but they didn't believe me.
It's all right, just relax. We're going to help you.
They gave me a shot. The white room faded to black. Days blurred. Doctors, medicine, white walls. I learned to stop talking about the Watcher. I nodded, agreed, pretended to be cured.
You just need to rest, sweetheart. Everything's going to be okay.
But every night, when the lights went out, I saw it. A tall, thin shadow in the corner, watching, patiently. After weeks, they let me go home. The doctors said I was cured. My room looked normal. The notebook was gone. Everyone pretended it never happened. I pretended too, but I knew the truth. I wasn't cured. I was just abandoned. One night, lying in bed, I felt the cold spot in the corner. I didn't look. I knew what was there, but the fear was gone. The pressure felt distant, like it was searching for someone else.
You are no fun anymore. You know I am here. The fear is gone. I need the fear.
I lay still. I wasn't its toy anymore. The terror was replaced by emptiness. The shadow shrank, faded like smoke. I'm writing this so someone will know. The Watcher is real. It feeds on fear, on the terror of the dark. It has left me, but it is not gone. It is out there, drifting through the night, searching for a new room, a new mind to creep into. Someone who is afraid of the dark, someone who sees shapes in the shadows. Someone like you. Tonight, when you turn off the lights, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're being watched?